What's up, everybody? And this is Jayso speaking. And today I have a very, very special guest. I'm gonna allow her to introduce herself.
Hello, my name is Shakira and I'm from Rwanda.
Yeah, she spilled the beans. Okay. Anyways, she's called Shakira, as you've heard her, and she's from Rwanda. And today we're gonna talk a little bit more about Rwanda, and we'll get to know Shakira in the end. So if you wanna get to know Shakira, you should listen till the end. And she sings as well, so you could just imagine the mashup of the name Shakira and her ability to sing. So how are you?
Fine.
How have you been? I mean,
good. Past 3 weeks, kind of chilled.
don't you like get homesick?
Nope, not yet.
Ah,
Yeah.
you've been away from home for how long?
Only a few months, like 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
Huh.
Mhm.
I thought maybe. Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
maybe half a year.
No, I came in March.
Oh,
Yeah.
but 3 months isn't like a long time for a girl to have homesick.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends. Okay, I think it's because I spent like the whole year at home, so I it's not like anything more exciting. Yeah.
You're saying there's nothing exciting in Rwanda?
No, there is. It's just that I had been there for very long and I
Oh.
missed this place. So coming back, I don't really miss home.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Let's start talking about the things that are exciting in Rwanda.
Oh,
Yeah, and we also get to know my country as well. As you
Yeah.
know, I'm from Tanzania,
Sure.
and I also get to tell you about my country and your country being very small and with few people in it. How advantageous is that to your country?
well, it's a very great advantage. First of all, it's easy to move around Rwanda. Like I look at Kenya, going from a place like Baraton, Eldoret to Nairobi is like 7 hours. There's very, very few places in Rwanda where you have to travel 7 hours to go to a place.
Oh,
From the city to the border, it's like 2 hours, so you can go anywhere
wow.
any single time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to like just move around.
Traveling is very easy and it's cheap, so that's a very good advantage. Yeah.
And you guys have this unique identification all over the world, mostly in Africa. When you talk about Rwandese, the first thing that comes into the mind of a person is that they're beautiful.
Mhm.
Yeah, everybody in Rwanda is just beautiful. Like, how would you take that?
Well, okay. At some point, it's true, but it's not like everyone in Rwanda is beautiful, pretty. It depends on. I think okay, most people from Kigali are pretty. That's a fact.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
She's laying facts.
Okay. Even the average one, if you compare them to maybe some other countries, they'll look pretty, but they're not actually that pretty. Yeah. But yeah, God bless us.
I could actually testify looking at Shakira right now. They are pretty. Trust me, guys, they're pretty.
Thank you.
Okay, and in the history that I studied, I don't know if my history is that good, but in the history that I did in elementary school, we learned about this bad thing that happened in Rwanda. I don't know the year, but it was the genocide that killed a lot of people. How is it in Rwanda when it comes to just the idea of the genocide? The other tribe, what's the other tribe?
The two tribes, the Hutu and the Tutsi.
The Hutu and the Tutsi. Do they still have this friction that they used to have?
Well, things have changed a lot. Since the genocide happened in 1994, April to July. So after that there was liberation, and there was a new government. The government that was there in that time is not the same as the one that's there now. So a lot has changed. There's no more tribalism anymore. There's no friction between the tribes anymore because they abolished all the tribes. Like you can't know if someone is Hutu or Tutsi. Yeah, you can't know anything. So it's more peaceful now, and we commemorate every year, and they do a lot to fight against genocide ideology, and also they put up a lot of strategies for the genocide not to happen again.
For the tribalism thing.
Yeah.
So you guys now speak you speak French?
Yeah, French, English,
and Swahili.
Yes, I'm Swahili. Okay, the older generation they speak Swahili, like our parents, because some of them grew up in Tanzania, Kenya. But like us, it's only the small Swahili we study in high school. Yeah, so
Okay.
Yeah.
So your parents picked the Swahili from Kenya and Tanzania
Yeah.
while they were running from the genocide.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
so they came back with
Yeah,
something at least.
they came back. Yeah.
With the Swahili.
Yeah, and Uganda.
Uh,
Mm.
okay. So you guys, what's the main language in your country?
The main language is Kenya and Rwanda.
Kenya, Rwanda.
Yeah.
So when you go to Rwanda, anybody you meet can't speak Kenya.
Yeah, every single person is speaking here, and all those people grow up in Rwanda. That's like the main language, because French and English are just substitute languages, and you're not guaranteed that everyone will need to speak. Only people who have gone to good schools can speak good English and good French.
Like Shakira.
Nah.
Okay, so English isn't such a big language, and French. It's just the Rwandese. So if you wanna survive in Rwanda, if you wanna go to Rwanda, you should learn a little bit of Kenya Rwanda.
You should know a little bit of Kenya Rwanda.
Oh, okay. Okay, nice. So let's talk about your transition moving from Rwanda to Kenya. Before like talking about the transition, how many countries have you like lived for a while besides Rwanda and Kenya?
Okay, well, that's a good question. Okay, I know you may be surprised to hear this, but I was born in England.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That explains the accent.
I was born in England. I grew up there, but I left when I was 6 years old, and then I grew up in Rwanda since 2008. Yeah, up to present time. I came to Kenya in 2019, so yeah.
That's quite an experience.
Yeah.
How is it? How is it changing from, let's begin with where you were young, where you grew up in England, changing to back to your home country? How did that feel?
Okay. I was young. I was young when we came, but I still remember a lot of stuff. In the UK, things were kind of different, you know, because people stay in apartments, the houses are small, so you have a very small confined place to live. And you have few friends, there's very few family members around. If you're in a foreign country, just a few aunties and uncles and then family friends. But we liked it there. But then when we came, we liked the idea of coming back home because we were young. And it's not like there was much that we fantasized about England. Because coming to Rwanda, you're in a bigger house, you see a lot of people from home, your cousins.
That you can relate to,
yeah. So we preferred it here. But as time went by, we wanted to go back. But then there was no option of going back. So, yeah.
Why? Why did you want to go back?
Okay. You know, when you're a kid, you know, obviously when there used to eat a lot of McDonald's, KFC. And you know that time in Rwanda, KFC came to Rwanda, I think 2019. So all of that wasn't there for all the time. So you're like, okay, when are we going to eat this again? And then my mom is like, wait until you go back again. So yeah. Okay, I like my accent back then. Having a British accent is kind of funny. Like it makes people, a lot of people are interested in you. When we were kids, every single person wanted to talk to us because you know you're small and you have this funny British accent. And you know Birmingham City, it's a city with a lot of mixed people. Like the Indians, a lot of Arabs. And you see when all of these people meet in a place, they can't speak the native British accent. So they all bring the Indian accents and African accents.
Yeah, it's just a mix.
And so when it comes to British, it just sounds funny. Like it's funny, but it's nice. So you can imagine a small kid like, "Mommy."
Wow. So every other Rwandese kid wanted to chill with you because
going to primary school, it was so easy, like so easy to make new friends because like everyone wants to be your friend. You know, you grew up in England. Yeah. So at that point, that's when you realize, you know what, I'm not going to say this anymore. So going to high school, we didn't tell anyone we were born in England. And my sister just said to chill. Yeah, went to spring. Only kids who went to primary, the ones who spread the news around in high school. I mean, we didn't go up in Rwanda. But otherwise, we just kept it chill.
Yeah. And why do you think people praise the fact that maybe if someone was born in a foreign country, and mostly in like the Western countries or the European countries, and they come back to Africa, why do Africans praise that? Like, you look cool just because you're born in England. You look cool just because you're born maybe in Belgium. Why do you think that happens in Africa?
I don't know. That's a tricky question. I think it's just like the way people actually praise people on higher social classes. So people assume that maybe because you grew up in a foreign Western culture, you're on some other level which they're not on. and everyone wants to go to the next level. So
True.
there's a sense maybe of feeling a better feeling knowing that you're hanging out with someone who has other experiences, who has seen what you haven't seen. So other people will maybe put you on the same level, equate you to that person. Yeah. It kind of makes it just the way people want to be friends with rich people or famous
Oh,
people.
yeah, true.
Yeah. So they think maybe because you grew up in a foreign country, there's something special about you. Maybe I don't know.
So actually, I didn't know your name. I first started knowing you that you could sing really well when I first heard you can sing, and then I like asked who was that girl I was singing because you just captivating me. It was just amazing just listening this talent, and they told me the name is Shakira. So I just started in my head matching like Shakira is known for singing. This girl can sing and she's called Shakira.
I know.
So did that have an impact on the name you given Shakira?
I don't know. I asked my dad why they called me Shakira. And then it's like, name me after the singer. But I don't believe it. My dad is like he's an Adventist.
I get
And
that.
he's been an Adventist from a young age. So I'm just like, my dad doesn't listen to secular music. But Shakira they knew her because she was a real artist back in the day. And at the time I was born, she was actually on the top with Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
So I think maybe they could have actually named, because my dad likes music, but he's not a musician. He's not a singer. He's nothing. He just loves music. So I actually think maybe at some point he named me after her. Yeah, but otherwise, Shakira has a meaning to be someone who's grateful, stuff like that.
Okay, so you're joyful.
Yeah, I am. I guess I am. Actually, we all sing. Okay, my bigger sister, we're almost the same age. She's only 1 year and a half older than me. So all the way, we sang together, because we're in the same class, so we're always in choirs together, groups together. My smaller sisters, we train them to sing too, so they're also singers.
So you have like this family thing that you maybe sit around and you sing as a family, and it's just beautiful harmony coming out. Okay. You said you have little sisters. How many little?
My dad wanted to have a boy. He really did. We all know he wanted a son, but it didn't work out. So yeah, there was a girl, and we have our auntie. She had 7 girls. We had a boy at the 8th child. Like, they were kind of looking for a boy. After 4 girls, you think maybe there's a boy coming next, and then 5, and then 6, and then 7.
Okay, let's talk about you now, moving from Rwanda to Kenya. Though it's for school, but you've spent some quite a good number of months and years here, and you've known the culture of the Kenyans. You've like known the language that they speak and how they actually just carry themselves. How was that transition now? Now you just this big girl who's moving from Rwanda to come to Kenya, contrary to the girl who was moving from England to come to Rwanda. How was the transition being a big girl and moving to a different place?
Oh, okay. Coming to Kenya, I was kind of excited, kind of scared, because I had heard a lot of stories, weird stories about Kenyans. Okay, a lot of violence, kidnapping, stuff like that. Yeah. So I was kind of scared, but I wasn't like scared because I was like, okay, what if someone actually kidnaps me? And my friends were like, "Shakira, be careful when you go to Kenya." But I wasn't that scared because I knew I was gonna be in school, and I don't go out a lot because also maybe due to that reason, kind of scared of people around. But yeah, it was a good experience. Kind of tricky. We're still transitioning up to this extent, coming to a country, someone comes. Rainbow. Everybody's calling him Rainbow. Yeah, it's kind of weird and funny that wherever you go, people think you're pretty, and at home you're just a normal person. Like, you walk in the street peacefully, and then you're suddenly out of nowhere. Like, it's funny. You go back home, you're a normal person, and then you come back, and everyone tells you you're pretty, and you're just, okay, thank you. Yeah, so it's kind of weird. Well, it has some advantage. Sometimes you get favors from guys easily. Yeah, maybe at some extent, guys can be kind to you. Maybe even gentle, because maybe they think you're pretty. I don't know. Yeah. But then on the other hand, the girls hate us, so it's a mixture.
The girls had the Rwandese.
Yeah, most of them.
Yeah, that's I get them. Like I
Yeah.
see where they're coming from.
Yeah, I also see where they're coming from. It makes a lot of sense. If I was in their shoes, I would
Do the same.
Yeah.
You're taking the braid out of their hands.
Yeah, no, like for real. Like I can imagine myself. Okay, I know Ethiopians are really pretty, and people from Somali. So I can imagine them coming to Rwanda. They're pretty, they're tall, they have nice figures, and they speak their own language. They're not very social, and every guy wants to hit on them. Even your boyfriend wants to hit on her. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, that's a sum up. That's a sum up.
Yeah.
And how is that? I mean, I find now that we're talking about the ladies and guys, I find Kenyans have a very different culture too, as compared to Tanzanian culture. Kenyan men are so straightforward.
Yeah, they're very straightforward.
How is that to Rwandese men? Are they the same as Kenyan men?
No, Kenyan men are very straightforward. But I think it's even because the ladies here are not very complicated to get along with. Like in Kigali, if you're going to get a girl, you have to have game.
Okay.
You know, if you be straightforward
has to be
girl,
like hi.
yeah, you have to have game. Like if you're going to be straightforward, she's going to say no. Like she will even avoid you as much as possible.
Wow. Okay.
So like Rwandese girl, like they like game. It's just a thing. Like they all like game. Because the Rwandese guy will not come and hit on you the first day you meet.
You're supposed to say.
Yeah, we all like game. But everyone likes game. Everyone likes game, especially ladies. So yeah, it's kind of different, and it's kind of it freaks you out. Like you hang out with a guy 2 weeks, he tells you he's in love with you, and like wow.
What's the span?
I don't know. I think that's a tricky question. I think it depends on how you connect with someone. I think time actually, you can't have like a definite span of time that you can give someone, because sometimes you're going to get desperate before the span ends that you might have given someone,
True.
and you end up doing something stupid. So I feel like it depends on how you connect with someone and how you know someone. If you feel like you know someone enough, you can date, even if it's 3 weeks or 2 weeks or just a weekend. It's okay.
I like the weekend idea.
Yeah, they're like,
you should try
seriously.
that sometime.
Yeah, I am. We're still young, so it's okay.
You have a lot of time ahead.
Yeah, we have a lot of time ahead. I have a weird experience when I was a freshman. Yeah, some girl wanted to, I don't know if I can say tell me. What's the word? It's not coming.
Yeah, we could just use self for now.
Yeah, she was to get paid to give me to a county government guy.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
like a sponsor.
Yeah, a sponsor. I was really.
How did you take that?
I was a freshman. You know, she was texting me every day. She's stressing me. She's like, "Can we meet?" I'm like, "No, I don't even want to know, because if I know your face, you are doomed." I didn't even want to know who she was, because like knowing that someone actually wants to give you out to some 60-year-old or 50-year-old man, oh, that's scary. So I was like, I don't even want to know you. Like, I don't want to meet you for your own good. I don't want to know you. Because if I didn't meet her, I'd just be like, oh, there's the other guy. Yeah, so I had to block her and block the guy. Oh my god, it was a lot of drama.
Did you feel good about yourself? Just the idea of someone trying to sell you?
No. Maybe to some guy in South Seoul or something else, but not county government. No, these are all married men. So I'm just like, no, not a married man. No. Yeah, it was scary. And I was young, very young. So I was really scared. I was like, okay, what if he does something bad to me? Yeah.
Wow. And where did she get your number from?
I don't know. I really don't know.
You weren't even friends?
No. Like, we went to sing choral. We went to sing in some place. I don't know, it was a kind of a county meeting. So the guy took a picture and he circled my face.
Oh.
Yeah. So he sent it to the girl, and then she looked for my number. Yeah, it was a long time.
So like, okay. I wrap my head around it. So this girl has this connection with this guy.
Yeah.
And maybe they've been having this tendency for some time.
Yeah.
So the guy sees you. He takes a picture of a group of you singing.
Yeah.
and he actually just like marks this
Yeah.
is the one that
Those
I
WhatsApp
want.
markers. Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna give you 20K.
Do they give out like 20K?
I probably more.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. I see where she comes from. Yeah, and I was very disappointing.
So would you do that if you give it like maybe?
No.
Let me finish my offer.
No.
Okay, you have very cute friends.
Yeah.
Let's say a guy comes to you. We're friends, right? Maybe like a sponsor
Yeah.
also like does the same. He sees the girl, takes the picture, then sends me the picture. Then I send you the picture. Say, yo, I need this friend of yours. I'm being paid 500K. 250K is your split. Let's just make the meet, then we're done. Would you be down for that?
I don't think so. Okay, I know money can be really tempting, but I have been in this situation where someone wants to sell you. It's not good. It's scary. Like you're like, okay, what this person, he can rape you, he can kill you. People have guns around, so it's scary. I wouldn't want to sell my friend. Okay, if she wanted to go, but it depends. I don't know. I don't think I'll do it. I don't think so. It's scary. What if you die?
I think in my case too, I wouldn't do it because just the idea of someone paying you money,
Yeah.
that already is an alert. Why would you just ask for a number like a normal person? Why would you pay me? So actually, girls go through a lot of the struggle. Actually, I see where you guys are coming from, and actually, especially Rwandese, since you're beautiful, and despite the fact that you're beautiful, everyone has this mentality in their mind that these ladies are beautiful. We're gonna be talking more about Shakira in the next few minutes. So we've talked more about Kenya, we've talked about Rwanda, we've talked about, men and women at the same time. Let's talk about this beautiful lady sitting across the table. So what's your Instagram handle for if someone wants to see you maybe?
Okay, you can search Shakira, you could see me, but my username is Kisha22.
Kisha.
Yeah.
That's a
KISHA
22. That's the golden number you guys should be searching for. Okay. I've also talked about you singing and your ability to sing. And before we could get to that part, mostly I ask a lot of guests who come here, and it's only fair if I also ask you. So in every other country, there's this weird thing that goes on in the country. And for example, Kenya, they're known for, let's say, corruption.
Yeah.
In Tanzania, we are known for drama. Like if you follow any pages on Instagram, Tanzanian pages, you wouldn't run out of content. You just keep scrolling because there's so much drama in my country and gossip going around. In Rwanda, what's the weird thing about Rwanda?
Wow, that's a tricky question. I don't know. What's the weird thing about Rwanda? I don't know. I really don't know. What's the weird thing about Rwanda? Wow. Okay, give me an idea. Nothing is literally coming to my mind.
I think the most this is just from my experience. Yeah. I think the most weird thing about Rwanda and just Rwandese at large, I think you guys have the biggest ego amongst Africans.
True. That is very true. Rwandese in general, our government, everything. True.
Wow.
Yeah, actually I can see it. Yeah, that's true. We really have big egos. In our culture, it's kind of a thing. We don't there's something called respect. There's a lot of respect in our culture, respecting our elders, respecting your fellow, even someone your age or something. So, Rwandese hate disrespect. So now if it's gonna be disrespect from an outsider, that's even worse. So that's where the ego comes in. Yeah. So Rwandese will do everything possible to avoid disrespect from someone. You can be disrespected by someone inside, but someone outside. Yeah, I think that's what brings the ego. No, I actually get it right now. I can even think it myself. Yeah, my friends always tell me I have a big ego towards guys. I'm like, no, I don't. And they're like, yeah, you do. And I'm like, really?
So did you just expect a guy to be disrespectful and you just keep your guard high and that transcends as ego to them, or is it Louis that you have the ego?
No, it's not like you have the ego. It's just that from what you experience every day,
Mm.
that's what brings the ego in you. So you just fight for a way for someone else to do something again. Because if
Mm.
one guy disrespects you and then the other, and then you find that 90% of those who are coming have the same motive, that's where the ego comes in. So people say you have a big ego, saying,
So this will even affect the 10% that
yeah,
have pure intentions.
at some point it will. But not me. If it's my friends, no. I lay my ego down. Like when it comes to my friends, my ego is I don't even have an ego.
Okay.
When it comes to my but if it's someone I don't know,
Mm.
no.
Mm.
Yeah.
So the first time that I came to you, I know we wasn't friends, and we're not the very good friends
Yeah.
because we haven't like had a long chat or anything.
Mm.
When I first came to you and I asked you about the podcast, what came into your mind first?
Well, I was kind of surprised. I was like, okay, because I didn't remember you.
Mm.
So I was asking. I was with my friend called Matt. I'm like, who's this guy? And he's like, I know him. I'm like, where is he from? And then
When was this?
it was a few weeks ago.
Oh, when I met you,
Yeah,
you're having food.
Yeah, I was outside. Yeah.
Mm.
So I was like, who's this guy? And then he's like, I think I know him. I'm like, where is he from? And then he's like, he's from TZ. I'm like, oh, TZ. I was like, okay. I was like, okay, cool. Okay, I was surprised. I'm like, okay, he doesn't know me. He wants me to do a podcast. I was like, anyway, I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but then I waited for Matt to give you my number or give him your number. And then we met the other day. I'm like, he's like, oh, I forgot to give him your number.
Actually, yeah, he didn't give me a number. The funny thing is,
Yeah.
okay, like, he didn't give me a number, and I didn't have his number, but he told me he has my number, so he's gonna text
Yeah.
me first.
He,
So-
he's good at lying and forgetting. So.
which. Okay, maybe probably both. So I met him the other day and asked him, dude, you're supposed to send me Shakira's number. He told me, yeah, I'll just send you in a minute. I said, would you please send it now? He said, I'll send it in a minute. So I was in a hurry. So I left. I stayed for 3 more days and he didn't send the number. I went to the international students group. Yeah. So I started just scrolling
Oh, yeah.
and just looking for the pictures. And lucky me, that day you had your picture on your
Oh, yeah.
profile. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just said, oh, there she is. So you wanna give a piece of your talent to the audience?
Could. I don't know. What do you think is best?
I think what's best is what is in your head. If you're gonna pour your soul out, I mean,
Okay. I didn't rehearse, but I can.
Let's
give you
hear it.
something. Why should I feel afraid? Why should a shadow come? And why should my heart feel lonely and long to heaven that home when Jesus is my portion, a constant friend is he. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know you watches over me, and I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I am free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches over me.